Hi there, John Anderson, Esquire. The course that we are on today in connection with this coronavirus epidemic is not sustainable. I think not enough people are seeing that. There is a doctrine, if you will, that I talk about with my clients in the legal world. It's called principle versus practical. We can fight about our principles or we can look at things practically. And often those two concepts are in tension. Well, right now, we as a global community have adopted as the number one principle that we must eliminate the coronavirus. We must eliminate its spread, we must reduce its effect, and we must protect all of the populations of the world pretty much at any cost, And in fact, that's the dialogue that we're hearing from government leaders. We will do anything it takes. We will spend any amount of money. Well, that is not practical. It is simply not practical. Anything that we have tried to do in terms of help, in terms of government, in terms of world populations, in terms of statesmanship, in terms of diplomacy, everything has to be practical or it doesn't work. The viability, the economic viability of any course has to be there in order for it to really take root. And the current course is not economically viable. Our experts are saying that we are looking at weeks, if not months, before we can even tell if the current restrictions are having any effect. Think about that. And if we won't even know for months, the reality is we can't sustain this for months. As a global community, it's not sustainable. People can't live. There will be no income. There will be no ways for people to pay their living expenses. We're talking about total economic shutdown globally, and we're seeing it already after a week or two of worldwide restrictions. It is not sustainable, and if it's not sustainable, it can't continue. Something has to give. I'm suggesting that maybe we need to look at what are the principles we're holding on to, and have we adopted a position on a particular principle at the exclusion of all others that can be sustained? I don't believe we can. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your comments. And I'm going to continue to talk about these things because I think not enough people are asking the right questions. We're not challenging the status quo enough. And I could be wrong, but I might be right. The reality is I don't see any way for us to continue on the present course and make it work and accomplish the goals that we have without paying an enormous price that may be too great, frankly, on the global scale. Tell me what you think. Put comments below and please subscribe. I'm going to put some other ideas and commentary here as well as I try to open the dialogue and the debate and the discussion to talk about the things that people aren't saying, because right now it's political suicide to have these sorts of ideas or conversations. Well, do you know what? I don't care about politics. I care about doing the right thing, but doing it in a way that makes sense. And I think as a world body, if we start having those discussions, we might have to make tough decisions, but at least we won't undo the world in the process. Let me know what you think. John Anderson, Esquire. I'm here to help.